Morning, New Orleans Police Chief Sean Ferguson will go before the City Council to answer tough questions about soaring violent crime in the city.
That comes as the chief and the DA are in the middle of a huge public squabble over how to stop it. Tonight, David Jones sat down with the head of the Police Association, who didn't mince words over what he thinks needs to happen.
For someone to ever question their integrity or their character or their will or their commitment to the city, I have a problem with that.
Ahead of a Thursday meeting in which Chief Ferguson will address the City Council, both he and District Attorney Jason Williams are not pulling any punches.
So finger pointing will not get us anywhere. I don't do that. My mother taught me, if you point a finger at someone, guess what? You have a thumb pointed right back at you.
Is it finger pointing to state what the actual solve rate is in this community? Or is that a fact?
Ferguson and Williams agree they need to cooperate if they're going to solve crime. What they disagree on is whether violent offenders are being held accountable in New Orleans.
We have to make some very significant changes in our priorities.
Captain Michael Glasser, president of the Police Association of New Orleans, says they aren't.
They're not worried about the police. They're not worried about the DA's office. They're not worried about court. They're not worried about incarceration. Not worried about anything. So why wouldn't they stop? Why would we expect them to?
Pano wrote an open letter to the council. In it, Glasser says many criminals have their charges lessened. They then plea out with little to no jail time. And when officers continue to have to rearrest offenders, Glasser says it's demoralizing.
We have a 1,600 officer department being operated by a little over 900 officers. That means we're at 60%. Everything we have is operating at a 60% staffing ballpark figure. Okay, some a little more, some a little less. But obviously we cannot operate on a continually losing battle.
The new city council has a full plate. They'll have to address a continuously shrinking police force. Shrinking, Glasser says, because of an unfair disciplinary process, promotional process, and a lack of prosecution.
And they have no job fulfillment. And they're watching the crime go up, their numbers go down, and their ability to work is severely hampered.
As Mardi Gras approaches, Glasser says right now NOPD is losing one officer every 2.5 days. Many are going to other departments like Jefferson or St. Tammany, often for pay cuts. He says the department is bleeding. When Chief Ferguson goes in front of City Council tomorrow, this is likely to be one of many issues he'll bring up for the council to address. Lee.